Right guys, so it's a Peaky Pundit here at Hotel Football, and we've been given the pleasure to be having a bit of time with ex-Manchester United player, member of Class of '92. It is of course Nicky Butt, won absolutely everything there is to win with United. So Nicky, nice to meet you, and thanks for joining us. Had a couple of questions come through, obviously as head of the first team development at the football club. Is there any players in your opinion in this current crop of youngsters coming through who have kind of potential, call it talent, to really go on and make a name for themselves at the football club?
Yeah, I think it's difficult to name just one player, in a talent pool of so many in Man United's academy. But the obvious ones that you're looking at, the ones that you probably heard of now going to the first team, your Mason Green ones, Angel Gomez, Jimmy Garner, Brandon Williams of late, Tahith Young. So we've got quite a few really top talented players that can go into that group. But there's one or two behind that as well. Ethan Laird, a really outstanding fullback, Brandon Williams. So there's quite a few players that you're excited about to get into the first team, but the difficult thing is getting into the first team and cementing down a place, because as we know, we're not at the top of our game at the minute, and a young person going into a team dynamic what isn't firing on all cylinders is quite difficult. So I think the standout one is obviously Mason, because obviously the centre forward, he scores goals and he gets the limelight, but top talent. But I think Angel will do well this year, and Tahith Young as well, given the right chances.
Tom, there's a few things that you mentioned I want to come on to in just a second, but in terms of comparing today's day and age to when you were coming through as a youngster, is it a lot harder for these players to maybe, or have they got to kind of build a stronger character because of social media that's out there, and they're kind of constantly under the spotlight of media attention, if you like?
Yeah, we don't get away with as much as we got away with. Obviously, everyone's got social media and cameras, so we got away with quite a bit of stuff that you won't now. But yeah, it's hard for young kids nowadays. Obviously, as being a professional footballer at this club or any other club, the limelight's on you in the city. You go out for a drink and you've had 50 drinks. You go out talking to a girl, you've been chatting 8 up, so it's always exaggerated whatever you do. But it's the pathway they chose. They've all chose that way to go and be a footballer, and I don't think anyone would change it. So you deal with that. You have facilities within the club that help you deal with that. People in different departments that support the playing staff and the players, and you buy into that. But the most important thing is to understand that when it does happen, when your time comes to take it onto the first team, you've got to be so focused on playing, because it's the pinnacle to play at Old Trafford, play for Man United.
And obviously for yourself, coming through as a youngster, playing under the greatest manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, coming into a first team which had some big characters in there, the likes of Cantona, Keane, Ince. Was it quite challenging for yourself, or did you kind of just have to get in there and get stuck in?
Yeah, I think it's two sides of the coin really. It's really challenging trying to get in with so many world-class players. But the flip side of the coin is when you're in there, you tend to be playing in a team that's full of men, full of leaders, full of winners who go on and win leagues easily, and always in the FA Cup final and get into the late stages of European Cups. So it's a two-sided coin really. It's hard to get in because personally, me as a midfielder, I didn't think I'd ever get a chance. I'm looking in front ahead of me. I had my hero Brian Robson, who was captain of England, captain of Man United, Paul Ince, Roy Keane, who was a British record signing, Brian McClare, Darren Ferguson, Mike Phelan, so many top midfielders. But you've got to be patient, and you've got to just trust your talent, and trust the right manager will put you in at the right time.
And just to round off, a personal question of mine, was there anybody in particular when you were coming through into the first team who kind of took you under their wing, if you like, and kind of helped you along your way to kind of bed you in?
Not one, no. I think there was several. I think it was really fortunate. I think we were so lucky. I mean, everyone talks about our group, you want to call it Class of '92 or whatever it's known as, but our group, we're very fortunate to have the likes of Brian Robson, Peter Schmeichel, Roy Keane, Paul Ince, Brian McClare, Dion Dublin, all these top players, Gary Pallister, Steve Bruce. You can go on forever with real men who look after you, and also if you're not doing the right by the club, they're on your back and give you a bit of a bollocking. So they put you under the wing, they look after you, they tell you what to do, what's right, what's wrong. They also take the pressure off you when you need to. So we was really fortunate. So I wouldn't say any one, but there's probably Ince, Keeney, Robbo, Bruce. There's too many to name one really.
Nicky, I'd just like to say a big thank you to yourself and everybody at Hotel Football for giving us this opportunity, and all the best with the new role at the football club as well. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.